Hey guys, I don't know if you remember I did a video on my cave tour. Well, I forgot to do a few things actually on this, so we're going to run through them now. I've got a few things here I want to show you. This will also be my stews back at the bench for May, June 2018. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I've got a few more things under here. These are the AZ model Hamden, which I'm hoping to do an inbox review on soon, if this thing will stay in focus. And then underneath, if you remember, I did an inbox review on ICM's JU88A4-in-1/48. That does look an awesome looking kit, I have to say. It's probably going to build in quite a beast. And then underneath is the Italeri Hunter F Mark 69, which I was going to do as a tribute build to my dad last year, but I had my issues with that, so I will possibly come back to that in a later date, and still do it as a tribute build to him. And then under here, I've also got what I hopefully will be my first car build when I get around to building it, is Revell's Dodge 68 Dodge Charger RT in 1/25. It does look an awesome looking beast, and it does look a really lovely muscle car, I have to say. And then underneath that, you got the Messerschmitt ME BF110 G4 Night Fighter, which was the Pro Modeler monogram kit. And then at the back here, if I pull them out, you've got the Dragon Multier half track. That looks quite an interesting build. Okay, and then below that we've got the Meng FT17, which has been in my stash for quite a while now, and it's got an interesting camouflage scheme on it, and it comes along with sort of a trench diorama. So it's mounting the French, a German trench as it were. So that's that. Okay, so I'm just going to pop them back there for a minute. And then this carton here, which I'm going to pull out slightly, is all my accessories for my diorama, such as the Woodland Scenics glue, snow, etc, etc, which I keep in there. And again, this canister I actually got from a Pound World, which, as we all know, is in dire straits at the moment, sadly. Sign of the times in retail, unfortunately. So that came in handy when I bought it, because it saves on a lot of storage space and clutter, to be honest with you. I'm just going to pop these back, as it were, from whence they came. Okay, I think I've near enough sorted that out now. And then up here, my final thing I wanted to show you, which I forgot to put in the video, my last video on the cave tour. Up here, just above the cabinet, is all my figures. And again, the container I actually got from Pound World for about £3. Nice and deep, plenty of storage, and it's nice, neat and tidy, and you can see what you've got. So there you go. So that's that, really. Anyway, what we're going to do now is basically catch up on what I've been doing on my builds. And as you can see here, if I move the light around, the Sea Harrier is now deckled. Yeah, those stencils, all 101 or 105 of them, yeah, that bit my arse, I can tell you. As you can see, it's really beginning to look like the old Shah from the Falklands now. As I say, all the stencils are now on. Whoops, nearly drops it then. And yeah, I've had a few whoopsie drops. Broke the pitot tube, which I repaired. And then I took a chunk out of this side of the wing, which I've managed to repair with some sprue and filler. And you can't really see the difference now. And also underneath, I knocked the bomb off, so I had to re-glue that as well. Yeah, this kit has been fighting me all the way. although it's turning into a lovely kit. Now, the other unfortunate mishap I had with it, when I tried to actually put the decal on the inlet here on the air inlets on the actual engine intake, the decal just would not go in. It would not settle. It just kept falling out. So I thought, no, it's not worth it. So I'm leaving it as it is, guys. It may not look historically accurate, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it's going to save me a lot of hassle. So there you go. I've had a little bit of silvering on the decals here when I actually clear coated it last night. By the time I get the matte coat on it, I should imagine, to be honest with you, that won't notice. But yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge getting all these stencils on. As you can see, you've got some on the missile pylon here and on the actual bomb racks, etc., and the fairings. Even at the back here on the tail, I've had to put decals in there. Some are so minute you can't see them. I've got the kill markings on Sharky Ward's Sea Harry, as you can see here. So it looks quite effective. Oh, actually, I'll get the camera centered in a bit better. That's better. You can see things a bit more. You can see I've got 2 kill markings, although I did try and see if they had one there for Hercules, but nope, they didn't. So I will actually depict it as though this is before he got his 3rd kill, as it were. But as I say, it's not a lot more to do to this now. It's just a case of getting the weathering and chipping done on her, and also on the undercarriage bays and air brake bay as well. Put the assemblies together, put the clear parts together. I've just got to assemble the crew ladder, which I haven't done yet. And then just put everything together. Now the base itself is complete. I've done that, and it has come out rather well actually, although I might put a bit of weathering on it. I don't know. I'll let you guys have a look at it and see what you think, but I'm pleased at the way it's come out. And this is the base. I've actually resprayed the middle of it black, as it should be. And I've also put this marking on the deck, because every few yards you had markings of 300, 250 yards, 100 yards, 89 yards, that sort of thing on the carrier deck. So basically that looks really more effective for the base. So everything's coming on. In essence, it's done. I basically clear coated it again and then put a dull coat down, and that's it. She's done as regards the flight deck, as it were. I'm sort of pondering whether to do some weathering on it, but I think I might leave as it is. We'll see. But by the time you get the aircraft on it in position, if I get the kit, and it's roughly going to be sort of sitting like that, it's really going to look good. So there you go. That's how far we got with the old Sea Harrier. For the Hawker Harrier 50th anniversary buddy build that was in attendance. Now, in regard to my entry into the Kursk group build, the 75th anniversary group build, not a lot of progress, guys, unfortunately. I mean, I've got the turret dry fitted because I just wanted to see how it would sort of suit. I've got the metal barrel all done up. That's done. But that's all I've done on it, unfortunately. It's just been where time's been a bit of a premium. And my main focus was to get the Sea Harrier done. So this might not get completed before the deadline, which I think is July the 5th or 8th, which is when the actual Battle of Kursk started. So I will continue with this build because I know Mike and Nigel are basically going to keep the page up and running for all us modelers who don't get it completed, builds completed in time. And I'll keep them posted, and obviously I'll do video updates as well as we're going along on this. But I won't jump on this until the Sea Harrier's done. So there you go. So that's basically how far my builds have got so far. As regards Tim Edworth's, my entry into Tim Edworth's Scale 100 group build, still in its box, Tim, I'm sorry. As I say, Palmer's been a bit of a premium with personal issues and distractions going on. Life has just been getting in the way. But as soon as I've got the Sea Harrier done, I'm going to jump on this as well and get this cracking. So again, it might not get done before the deadline, but hey, that's the way things go. Right, in terms of what I've basically got in over the last few months as regards acquisitions, well, this is how we go. My main acquisition, which I got this month, was a new set of magnifier headband, or as everybody knows, geek goggles. The other ones wore out, they were knackers. These ones have got interchangeable lenses, so you can use them for whichever magnification you want, and they sit a lot more comfortably than the older ones did. And above that, you've got a light, so that would be helpful if you're illuminating your subject. So I'm glad I got that in actually, and it's just sitting on the side here. But you probably would have seen that in my cave tour. Anyway, to go with my vignette, which I'm going to do for the tiger, I got myself this set of figures, which I thought would look really good on the roadside. So yeah, I got those in. Another set of figures I got in order from Master Box, which is this set here, which is German Light Infantry, kit number MB3583. Fantastic looking sculpts on it, and although the camouflage on these is going to be an interesting thing to do because I've never attempted that, so there you go. And being a Senna fan, Timothy Iverts was actually selling off some of his stash, and I got this, which is from Fujimi, which is Ayrton Senna's kart from 1993. Now, surprisingly on this, the actual figure is clear. Now, why they've done that, I don't know. Unusual to say the least. But again, the detail on the figure, it looks absolutely superb. And the head sculpt as well, awesome. So, being a bit of a Senna fan, that's going to go well with my FW16. So there you go. And it's in, what scale is it? 1/20th scale, which is the normal scale for Tamiya F1 cars. And you know, I said I was going to get another sub. Well, I did. I've got this one in 1/144, a Type 23, which I think was nearer the end of the war. It's a very smaller sub. Not a lot to it, but it'll be a nice basis for weathering again. Now, as I've been doing the Sea Harrier, my son now I've got an obsession with the Harriers, because I've actually got myself the 1/72 Hawk Siddeley Harrier GR1 and the most recently released AV8A. I'm debating on whether to do it in the actual Condor of the Spanish Navy, which would be an unusual subject. Might do, then again I might go for this and get another one and do the Condor. We'll see. But again, beautiful moulds of it. Another figure I got in was of Alpines, which is of Michael Whitman and Bobby Booth. I think, I can't remember the name of his loader. They look awesome figures, and that will probably go with the future Whitman build. Another one I got in, which actually I got off a seller, is this one. It's the Monogram P40B Tiger Shark. Now I've got a little bit of reminiscence for this, because I think this was the very first model I ever built. I can remember building this with my dad actually on this colour scheme. The only thing is the actual front canopy here is basically cracked, and that's why it was sold off so cheaply. So if anybody knows of anybody who's got a spare who can send me, or the contact address to send this off to get the spare part, can you leave a comment in the comments column please? That would be most helpful. And I'm pleased I got this one in, because I might do it in case they do a D-Day group build next year, which is this one, ICM Spitfire Mark 9 with RAF pilots and ground personnel. I will be doing an inbox review on this. In fact, I think I just have actually. Yes, I did. So look that one up. And harking back to World War One, I also got this one in, the Faust D3A. Looks a nice colour scheme. A mixture of doped aluminium and black, which is most unusual, but the detail on the engine is superb, and I'm really looking forward to building that. And this one is, I've got the Butcher Bird. It's a Eduard Profi Pack FW90A5, and the detail in that is absolutely exquisite, and that I can't wait to build. And here's one from the Eastern Bloc, and I got this one off a seller for about £17, including an aftermarket set. I may have mentioned this last one. If I have, well done, but tough, I'm going to mention it again. It's the Academy MiG-29 UB Fulcrum B. You've got a choice of Luftwaffe or Eastern German Air Force markings on this one, or Croatian. I'm looking at getting some Polish decals for it, so I'm going to order them through. In fact, I think... Did I get them in? No. That is something I'm going to order for the future. So I'm thinking of building it for a friend of mine. And this is one I'm glad I got in on auction. It is Revell's 148th Mosquito Mark B Mark IV. It's unusual with the old black undercolour scheme, because a lot of them used to have the old camo, but this I think is a Pathfinder variant, and the detail on it is exquisite, so that will make a very interesting build at some stage. And talking of the bomber theme, I've got another one which is a firm favourite of mine, and I'm glad I got it in. It's the Revell 172nd Avro Lancaster Mark 1 B3. I think I've also done an inbox review of this as well, so check that one out. Detail on it is exquisite, and I actually got this a bargain basement price of, believe it or not, £16.11 from Jadland Models, believe it or not. I've always wanted to have a Lanc in my stash, and it's one of my favourite bombers of the Second World War. And the wealth of detail, as you can see on here, is exquisite. Now the thing is, I am asking for your help, because basically I have a video, and if I can get it, and if anybody's got it in a DVD collection, called Night Bombers. It's the only colour film taken during 1944, specifically in November 1944, on Calasini, of a typical Lancaster bomber operation of the time. And this was filmed at RAF Hemswell. Now, what I want to do is build this Lanc. In the markings, I've either, I think it's 6, is it 6? I'm trying to remember the name of the squadron now. 658 Squadron or 150 Squadron. I've searched high and low on eBay to see if there's any there. I can't find them anywhere. If anybody can sort of, in fact there was one, but I don't think it's in circulation now. If anybody can find out for me where I can get decal, aftermarket decals for either of those squadrons, based at RAF Hemswell, circa November 1944, I'd be very, very grateful. And again, if you can leave your comments in the comments column, by all means do so. It would be a big help, because this is a project I want to do. So there you go. Right. The last one I'm going to do is this one. And I am going to do an inbox review with this one. To go alongside the Lancaster, I got this beauty. You can hardly fit it in the camera, the box is that big. It's the Shackleton AEW Mark II. Compared to the Airfix kit, you've got a lot more of authentic rivet detail on the actual fuselage, so that's why I went for it. And not only that, I only got this for about £19.75, again at Jadlin Models, because normally it'd be about £39, so I did extremely well out of that. I've always wanted to get hold of a Shack, to be honest with you. So there you go. So I'm afraid it's a bit short and sweet this month, this time, guys. Sorry it is, but that's about as much as I can tell you is going on as regards my channel and what my projects are. As I say, I'm going to get back on the Tiger as soon as I've finished the Sea Harrier. Oh, and by the way, here's the figure of Mr. Sharky Ward himself, if I can get it into shot. And he's painted, fully painted. The only thing I've got to do is dry brush him, clear coat him, and then I'm going to put a dark dirt wash to bring out or pop out all the detail, and then matte coat him. And he's going to sit alongside the Sea Harrier, and I've even painted the Falklands. I don't know if you can see it in the shot there. If I can get it near enough the camera, I've even got the Falklands on his map. So there you go, to give it a sense of authenticity, and that's it really, guys. That's really got me a bug for Harriers now, to be honest with you. And Martin Lamont has now turned his page into, I think it's called the Harrier Modelers page. I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Martin. But that's what we're looking at. And as I say, I've done a man cave tour video as well, to show you around my upgrade of what I've got in my stash, etc., and where everything's kept. So there you go. So basically, guys, that's it for now. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.